Hi viewers, today I am going to discuss about few interview or viva question answer on microprocessor. These questions are very common for competitive exams also. First question, what is machine language? Machine language is a low level language. Machine language is a programming language that can be directly understood or obeyed by a machine or computer without conversion or translation. This language is a collection of binary or hexadecimal instructions that the computer reads and interrupts. The exact machine language for a program can differ by operating system on computer. Basically, the specific operating system will dictate how a compiler writes a program into machine language. Computer programs are written in one or more programming languages like C++, Java, but computer cannot directly understand the languages used to create the computer programs. So program code must be compiled. Once a program's code is compiled, the computer can understand it because the program's code is turned into machine language. So finally, we can say machine language is a programming language consisting of binary or hexadecimal instructions which a computer can respond directly. Now second question, what is assembler? Assembler is system software which converts an assembly language program to its equivalent object code. The input to the assembler is a source code written in assembly language and the output is an object code. So there are two basic assembler functions. First one, translating source code to its equivalent object code, and second one, assigning machine addresses to symbolic labels. Now next question is, what are the advantages of assembly language? First one, it allows complex job to run in a simpler way. Second one, it is mainly hardware oriented. Third one, as its execution time is less, it is faster in speed and saves a lot of time and effort of the programmer. Fourth one, it requires less memory, so we can say it is memory efficient. Fifth one, it requires less instruction to get the result. Sixth one, it is not required to keep track of memory locations. Last one, it is easier to correct errors and modify program instructions. Now what are the disadvantages of the assembly language? First disadvantage, it is very complex and difficult to understand. Second one, it takes a lot of time and effort to write the code for the same. Third one, the syntax is difficult to remember. Last one, it has a lack of portability of program between different computer architectures. Why should we learn assembly language? Assembly language is cryptic and symbolic language. Assembly language learning is very important for programmers because it helps in taking complete control over the system and its resources. So by learning assembly language, the programmer is able to write the code to access registers and able to retrieve the memory address of pointers and values. It mainly helps in speed optimization that increase efficiency and performance. If the programmer is writing any program that needs to be a compiler, that means the programmer should have a complete understanding of the processor. Assembly language learning helps in understanding the work of processor and memory. Now next question, what is microprocessor? Microprocessor is an integrated circuit which incorporates core functions of a computer's central processing unit. So we can say microprocessor is a multi-purpose programmable clock driven electronic device that reads binary instructions from a storage device called memory, accepts binary data as input and processes this data according to these instructions and provides as output. Next question, why microprocessor is called a programmable device? Basically, a microprocessor takes input from input devices, processes it as per instructions given in the memory and produces output. So microprocessor is called a programmable device because it can be instructed to perform given tasks within its capability by executing many binary instructions. Next question, what is system bus? The system bus is nothing but a group of cables and connectors used to connect two or more devices and used to carry data between them. The bus provides a communication path for the data and control signals moving between the major components of the computer. Or we can say the system bus is a communication path between the microprocessor and peripherals. The system bus works by combining the functions of the three major buses or main buses, namely data bus, address bus and control bus. Each of the three buses has its separate characteristics and responsibilities. Next question, what is address bus? Address bus is used to transfer data between devices and the devices are identified by the hardware address of the physical memory. So, the address bus is used to specify the memory location to be used for a particular operation by the CPU. The address is stored in the form of binary numbers to enable the data bus to access memory storage. The address bus consists of 16, 20, 24 or 32 parallel signal lines. Generally, address bus is unidirectional. Next question, what is data bus? A data bus is also known as processor bus. Simply we can say data bus provides transportation for data. The data bus consists of 8, 16 or 32 parallel signal lines. The data bus lines are bidirectional. This means that the CPU can read data from memory or from a port on these lines, or it can send data out to memory or to a port on these lines. Now, why address bus is unidirectional? Address bus is unidirectional because the microprocessor is addressing a specific memory location. No outside devices cannot write into microprocessor. The address is an identification number used by the microprocessor to identify or access a memory location or I/O device. It is an output signal from the processor. Hence, the address bus is unidirectional. Next question, why data bus is bidirectional? The microprocessor has to fetch the data from memory or input device for processing, and after processing it has to store the data to memory or output device. Hence, the data bus in microprocessor is bidirectional. Next question, why interfacing is needed for I/O device? Generally, I/O devices are slow devices. Therefore, the speed of I/O devices does not match with the speed of microprocessor. Input-output interface provides a method for transferring information between internal storage and external I/O devices. So, interface is provided between microprocessor and I/O devices. Next question, what is tristate logic? In digital electronics, three-state or tri-state logic allows an output port to assume a high impedance state, or we can say a device can reside in three logic levels and they are high, low and high impedance state. The high and low are normal logic levels and high impedance state is electrical open circuit conditions. The high impedance state is a state in which the output of a device is physically connected to a bus but electrically isolated through high impedance. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel and press bell icon for further video updates.